it's probably going to be the best vlog Care Launch have done, because it's me. What do you reckon, Harry? Yeah?
What is it, Velvet?
We're off to Bolton to see our friend David from Aberfield's residential home for a review meeting of the first couple of months of their marketing retainer. We built a new website a couple of months ago. It was launched, so it's a good time to catch up. And also, one of his staff members signed up to our weekly newsletter, the Care Marketing Brief, so good plug. Yeah, and rang up and we started chatting, and they had a new wing of their care home that needed filling. They didn't have a website really before, so we started with the website, and now we've gone on to a digital marketing retainer, PPC and SEO to help them with the lead. Today's just kind of catching up, and we're probably going to talk about inquiry management for them as well, to take that kind of load off the manager.
From A to Z kind of an agency. Care Launch is certainly the care home specific marketing company that you should not hesitate, and I'm telling this as a owner of a small 1-unit care home.
Now, I must say, I briefed David in to say Care Launch, but what he said in the testimonial is great, and I'll use it against George and Harry, the other co-directors, for the rest of my life. So I'm just going to show you a piece of that testimonial.
Go with Brendan. You are not going to absolutely regret it, because he's a man of honor and he's behind his word, and if he can't do it, he'll make it happen. That's what I would say.
All I can say is cheers, David.
So this morning something a bit different, really exciting. We're going to go shoot Bailey. Bailey runs a company called Be Great Fitness, who go into care homes all around the UK and put on fitness classes and mobility classes for people. And it's just such a brilliant thing that he does, and the content he produces is really great. We needed somebody to help and film one of his event days that he's got going on. So today it's a bit of a sports day kind of thing. I'm essentially just going to be there to sort of capture the day and film and help him out with his content. Really excited for it. Should be a good day. Sun's shining.
We are with Midlands Care. We're in Leicester, and we're doing a massive sports day for care home residents. So it's going to be wicked, and it's probably going to be the best vlog Care Launch have done, because it's me. What do you reckon, Harry? Yeah? Come and join us, yeah? Come follow along. Swish. And it's just about showing our older generation that they still can, and they still want to, and there's still life when you move into care. So today's a real nice event because it gets the older adults out.
That's great. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Is that all right?
That was so perfect.
There we go, I got there. That has been the best Care Launch vlog you've ever seen. Thank you very much. I've been Bailey Greetham, and you've just seen probably one of the most exciting sports days this week. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all soon.
Cheers.
So obviously we're designed to do two things, is build trust and inquiry momentum. So month one is very much testing. So from our perspective, it's tone of voice workshop to really understand the brand properly, so that when we go and create those formats, they're really, really aligned with what you're trying to do, beyond what we can learn about your brand just off spending time on your website. We have our first filming day, and then take all that data from month one, and very quickly from month two then be able to go, these formats worked, we'll double down on those, these ones didn't, chuck them out, and then hopefully by that point we then end up with 2 or 3 that we can feel really confident about scaling. Harry's work then begins very quickly with the Google Ads and meta retargeting.
George has spent a lot of time with his team discovering video formats that work incredibly well on things like TikTok. And we decided, well, if they're working well organically, potentially there is scope and scale here to take those more organic style of videos and put ad spend behind them. And we're in I'd say the early days, because we're still only a couple of months in of testing this, but we're finding it's working incredibly well. So we're seeing click-through rates on Meta, for example, in the 6 to 10% range, which if we look at kind of industry average from the data that we have available, industry average is probably somewhere between 0.9 to 2%. So we're 3, 4, 5 times greater from a click-through rate perspective. We're able to get reduced spend because we're getting more people from a similar amount of impressions, but our click-through rates are that much higher. So we've kindly been invited to the awards by Chris from OpenScore to join his table for the afternoon, and it should be a really good day. So we've got some lunch to start with, which Harry and I are never going to say no to, followed by an afternoon of celebrating some of the great work that both providers and suppliers have done over the last 12 months. So yeah, Care Launch isn't nominated this year. It's not something that we got involved in, but it should be a really good afternoon of networking, meeting other people, and just hearing about the great successes that everyone's had. Is that the CEO of the year? How are you doing?
No, I didn't win it, mate. I didn't win the CEO of the year one. But,
yeah, good.
I'm at you just heard.
Hi, Michael. Yes, it is, yes. Hello. Let me just get out of the building. There's a fire alarm. 1 second. See, what we need to do is we need to, first of all, write all of the new copy for the website and things like that. And then we come and do the videography and the photography. So I like, in terms of maybe saying, we start sooner, but we don't do the photography until, first, second week of June. I think that is definitely, that's kind of like typical timelines we'd work to anyway, so I don't think that's too bad. I'll give you a rundown of exactly what I think the roadmap would look like, what we would change, how we can help you grow, and I'll see what we can do from a pricing perspective as well. Yeah, it was a really good afternoon. I had a really exciting phone call about halfway through the awards that Harry and I quickly jumped out for. So yes, hopefully onboarding a new care provider as well. So all in all, a very good day.
So Natalie is the snack expert in the office, considering how much cake and other treats she eats at 9:15 in the morning. So Natalie chose to get some chocolate fingers and some Fox's Favourites jam and cream biscuits as well. So for me, a bit boring. And the chocolate fingers, safe choice, I suppose. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Ooh, a solid 8 from me.
I would obviously rate my own snacks a 10.
I think it could be even higher. I feel like you've got a sabotage coming on here because you actually know that's a solid choice.
Yeah, I'm not sabotaging anything. I am leading, but you said an 8, but it's only 2. So actually, if you pro-rata that down, it's probably about a 5.6. Neil, the owner of Dovecourt Care Home in Wisbech, contacted us through LinkedIn, saw some of our content on there. It happened quite quickly, so I rang him up, and then literally the next day, because I had a bit of a free calendar, decided to drive to Wisbech, sit down with Neil and just go through our services, start discussing all of that and kind of how we could help them. We decided the first good step was filming of care home videos, the standard package, which is the welcome video, the care home manager interview and a decent client testimonial. So we're off to Dovecourt Care Home in Wisbech. We're doing a video shoot. Obviously, you'll be doing all the work. I'm there to just help out. And we stopped for breakfast halfway. So we've got our superfood salads.
Just from M&S over there,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, all health in the Care Launch office. So yeah, it's going to be a good day.
We have our usual interview setup going on here for your standard website video. So we've got the light coming in here, just adding a bit of light, like it's coming from the window. This is our interview chair. And then over here we've got our main camera, which we shoot from the primary angle, and we also shoot a side angle as well because it adds something else to cut to, as well as keeps the video nice and dynamic. Got about 5 interviews to go through today, so we're going to do home manager, deputy manager. We're also going to get a family testimonial as well. This is basically the base of the video, and then we'll overlay and shoot some B-roll to go on top of that.
In about 15 minutes time, we're going to be kicking off the process of building a Care Launch website for Highview Care Group. So I thought it was a great chance to basically do a video that walks through what goes into building a Care Launch website. So today is the kickoff where we bring everyone together. So we're bringing Matt, our SEO lead, Chris, our web development lead, and Harry, one of our videographers, onto the call with the client where we just kind of all get on the same page. So we go through the initial part of the project, and then we go through a bit of a Gantt chart, which George will probably insert into this video, to just say what's going to happen week by week with the aim of being live within 6 weeks' time. And yeah, we'll show you a few snippets from the meeting, and then the next phase that we will jump to is hosting and completing the tone of voice workshop. We've got quite a few people joining today. Catherine and Winston, please meet Harry, who is our videographer, and Chris, who is our lead developer. The Gantt chart of what the project's going to look like, where we're going to try and be week on week so we know that the project's progressing quickly, and get some key dates booked in to help move that project along. So key dates we're looking at are key date for the tone of voice workshop. So after the kickoff call, the next thing we do is hold a tone of voice workshop. This is where we sit down with the team at Highview, and Catherine, who is our point of contact there, has arranged a number of key individuals within the business. So we have members of the care staff, members of the physio teams, members of the C-suite, for example, all come together, and we go through a series of what are fairly top level questions. So if I give you an example of a couple of the questions. So the first question we open with is, what does your ideal care seeker look like? What do they have in common between each other? So they're the kind of things that we can really bring out in what will be a final tone of voice document. So this workshop will last about 45 minutes. We will be getting everyone involved, and really my job is to just facilitate and keep everybody to time. And then from there, the next part will be taking this and developing tone of voice guidelines, which we'll be sharing with Highview. For the most part, I'll be pretty quiet during today. I'll just be hearing from you guys firsthand. Ideal output off of the back of this is, as we're speaking, we're capturing a bunch of notes from our side, kind of picking out keywords, phrases, USPs, things that make you guys uniquely you. So earlier in the vlog, you would have seen us kicking off the project and doing the tone of voice workshop. We have now done the first of 2 filming days with them. It went incredibly well. The tone of voice workshop was incredibly powerful because it allowed us to be a bit more informed as we went to that filming day, because we knew the types of sound bites we were looking for, the types of clips we wanted to produce, and make sure that we were on brand with everybody that we spoke to. So when we look at that brand video, it is incredibly aligned to the tone of voice guidelines. We've also started the copy production. So the first, I think, 8 of 15 pages are now with Catherine and the team for review. And as we move into June, the process is going to be finalizing the rest of the pages for the website. Harry and I have another filming day, which we will be vlogging. And then by the end of the month, we'll start build and hopefully have completed the website.